Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to all the mods 10 to the sky. Now, today is the day we finally start looking at the ATM Star properly. Yeah. So, I've bookmarked a bunch of stuff. I didn't actually bookmark the ATM Star, I just realized. ATM Star. Yeah, we can start doing stuff for this, basically. I'm going to move that over there, because that's the final product that we need. There's a load of stuff that we need right here. Now, all the modium, vibranium, and unobtainium are obtained right now. So we don't need to even think about that. Now, you'd think that I would go for the singularities, but I don't think they're going to be the most annoying things to get, if I'm honest. The ultimate singularity might be quite annoying later on. But if you look at it, it's Invar, and you only need what? Oh, you need 25 now. Good. It used to be 10,000. But 25,000, we could do that in, like, no time. We've got, like, millions of emeralds now, so we don't really care about that. We got emeralds from our Geor setup and our sieving setup. So, there it is. Anyway, today, we can start cracking on with a bunch of these things. So, whilst we're here, I'm actually going to use my new little setup that I've got. Also, I might turn these off because they're kind of annoying, aren't they? Lovely stuff. I think our base is coming along very nicely right here. Very, very nicely. We've got geos all set up. We've got all of that sort of stuff over there. We got our applied energistics, which it does look a little weird. I might actually remove this. Looks a bit better, doesn't it? When it's, you got to free it. Do it on this side as well. Why not? Okay, put that one back. There you go. Right, so let's get cracking on that ATM Star, I think. So we need to program in a few recipes, as I was saying. So the first one, the ender generator. They always make you make an ender generator. And I'm not entirely sure why, because it's kind of an easy craft, but it is what it is. So we're going to make an ender generator right there. So ender generator. And I'm going to make 19 ender generators. Now, I've said it in the past, and I always do this for... Missed. Oh, that's fine. I've got this. I always do this for all of my ATM stars. I always make one ATM star to begin with, because it gives you infinite power. You can get yourself a creative energy cube, and then you can get infinite power. Now, I am going to do that again in this series, but I also kind of want to make a fission reactor, or fusion reactor. Sorry. Yeah, I want to make a fusion reactor. I know Pravin has been saying I should make it. I haven't made one at all on YouTube, I don't think. Oh, no, I did make one. I made one in All the Mod 7, but that's like 3 years ago now, right? So I should definitely do another fusion reactor and try and get a bunch of power out of it. So yeah, I should crack on with that one. Anyway, that's one of the ATM Star components down. Now, I'll show you the ATM Star again. This one. The reason you need that is because we've got the ender generator right there. We need to make an unobtainium furnace. So that does mean that we need to make all of the furnaces as recipes. I don't think I've got any of the furnaces. It would have a little plus, right? Right, let's continue making these. It's just going to be a lot of crafting to begin with right now. So, yeah, we just got to craft it all the way down. I don't know which one's better. We might as well. We probably should have used the other method where... we use copper and then silver and then, yeah, gone up in that direction, but it is all good. Anyway, that is, if we do unobtainium, can we make 19 of these? We might not have enough. Oh, we definitely have enough. There we go. So that's 19 of the unobtainium furnaces. You might have noticed over here as well, we've got 2 unobtainium furnaces. And I've just put, I'm raw smelting. I do apologize. I know a load of people are going to twitch a little bit at me doing this, but we've got the iron ores being smelted. All of the different ores being smelted right there. Oh, we've already got... Wow. All of our aluminium, zinc, and platinum have already been smelted up. That's pretty cool. We're slowly getting through all of the ores. If I do ore like that. No, we're not. Not really. Look at how much stuff we've got right here. We've got nearly 500,000 nickel. That's insane. Is nickel in here? Where's our nickel gone? Is it supposed to be... Did I miss that one? Silver, lead. I might have missed nickel when I did this. I did miss nickel. What the heck? Okay. Stick that one in as well. There you go. This one here's got less to do. I also made it so both of them have iron because I wanted it all to have, yeah, all of them to have iron. Because I wanted to get all of our iron smelted up as quick as possible. But yeah, there you go. That's going to all go down. I definitely have tin as well, right? Let's make sure. Yeah, tin's right there. Good, good. Yeah. So, by the way that this is working is it's just got a bit of power from the back. I haven't put auto split on. Apparently, auto split really messes up this and it doesn't output like straight away. So I've not left auto split on at all. And it's just input output from the bottom and it's auto input, auto output. So what happens is it pulls in these things into here. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one's got actually a little bit more, but obviously we haven't got like a bunch of these things right here. So yeah, anyway, that's what I ended up doing that's my ore processing. I was going to do some mechanical squeezers, but can't be bothered if I'm honest. I don't think we need mechanical squeezers. We've got so much ores. Like, what's the point in duplicating them? Loads of people are going to be mad at me saying that, but that's how I see it, at least. Anyway, right. So, that was for the unobtainium furnace. Now, the next thing we could do, this is going to be interesting. We could just do that right there and pop it over in our Draconic. And we could get a Draconic reactor. Oh, you'll notice as well, all of these are now the chaotic fusion injectors because... Oh, and there you go. That's already done. Reactor core. We could make a reactor from Draconic as well. These things explode, by the way. And maybe we do that to finish the series at some point. That'd be kind of fun. So, yeah, that's that one done. I'm gonna unbookmark the things. Now, Wither Rose, we've done one of these in the past because I think I've got one. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we've got a Wither Rose or Witherless Rose, meaning that we don't... In fact, you know what? We don't need that anymore because we got the mech suit. So we'll pop one of those away. But yeah, that thing is just slime pearl, rib bone, the creeper catalyst gland. And the slime pearl comes from, yes, a reliquary drop. Might not be able to make like a ton of those, if I'm honest, but... We'll give that one a go as well. I think we've got everything for that. Does remind me as well, what I should probably do. It's like 40 sheep pearls in there. Why is that happening? Are you out of power? Is that what's going on? Yeah, you are. You know why? Because I didn't set this one to input to the top. So there you go. So that should all now start working again, which is actually really good for us if... Damn it. I was going to try and nick a bunch of our Wither. Where is it? Yeah. I was trying to nick a bunch of the Wither predictions. We could at least try and nick one of these. So grab it before it... There you go. Got it. So Wither prediction. I'm going to pop that in the system because you need it for... I think it's the Wither compass. You need one at the top there. So we could do the Witherless Rose now. Can we make 4 of those? Middle click on that. And then... We do 3 more and done. Instant. How cool is that? We got those ones right now. These ones are just easy for us to build, I think. Let's give that one a go. Okay, I'm kind of going, oh, not really. This is exactly what I wanted to do next. So we've got the Nether Star generators. A lot of people have suggested using these instead of like power to generate stuff, which I think is probably a really good idea. So let's grab one of these. Block of charcoal. Does it have to be a block of charcoal or can it be coal as well? It needs to be charcoal, apparently. Interesting. Now, that is a point. I should probably... Yes. And I want to make it the blazing archwood. Now, I'll show you. I did something between episodes I want to quickly show you. Over here, you can see it is, there you go. All of those do fall on the floor, by the way. The way that I've set this up is these are not going into the ender chest, which is underneath. And they are going into this one, and it kind of works. I don't know why, but it's going to place basically right there onto the accelerator planter. And then we've got the advanced block breaker, which has got drops teleporter on there. So that's drops teleporting back to our base. And all that basically means is we now have a good amount of oak. And I believe if I have a look at, is it the pulsating black hole? Yeah, that one. Yeah, we need basically 60,000 oak logs. So that is my little oak log farm that I've got over there. I should probably do a better farm than that, but I couldn't be bothered to set up like a really big create one up, if I'm honest. And yeah, anyway. Right, so we've got the blocks of charcoal now, and we have stopped doing the blazing archwood. It was really good whilst we were using it, because if we have a look over here, we've got 1.3 million of the blazing archwood. You get loads of wood from the trees. That's why I did it. So yeah, there it is. Right, so that was for the... Did I do the nether star generator? Nether star generator. I did. So is it? We need 2 of those, do we? Okay, we can make 2 of those. There you go. There's 1 already. Do you need 2 of those for the wither compass? Yeah, 1 and 2. Nice. And then we need the wither builder, which actually isn't that bad. There you go. Oh, we do need the supreme machine frame though, so we do need to go and get ourselves some ether gas. Oh yeah, I forgot I did this between episodes actually. Soul lava. And there's some soul lava bees. Yeah. I probably should have done that on video, to be fair. But it's all good. Basically, all I did for this was I got some ghostly bees. I made their spawn egg. And then you just pour some of the soul lava over them. And I can show you kind of that. If we go back over to the cave. I really need to like tidy this place up at some point. But there you go. I've got one right there. So the way you get soul lava in there, by the way. Soul lava. By the way, we've got a ton of it now. Lovely. You just right click it onto one of the foundry drains. And then you can pour it out. So anyway, we need to get ourselves... I want to get the ether gas bee. I might want to get the pink slime bee as well. Now, I'm pretty sure I got these pink slime just purely from quests. But the way that you get them is you just put a bit of the pink slime with some glass panes. And you get yourself pink slime. Now, to be fair, we could just do 3 of these. So, you know what? I should make the compact machine first, shouldn't I? Basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the compact machine. We're going to do the wither juice thing. And then we're going to juice the wither. Then we're going to get some ether gas. And use the ether gas to get the ether gas bee. And then we'll get rid of the wither. Because it's just easier that way, in my opinion. If you have a look right here, you get the combs right there. And you can get that from the ether gas bee. And... really? You need to you need to amber the wither? That is fine. I think we could do that. You can place this wherever you want, and you can pop in here, and it is like a brand new dimension. Now, I will show you, because I've already got a compact machine somewhere. If I open up the map like that, and we scroll out. See, there's the other compact machine. Now, this one, I don't even know where I put my compact machine for this, so I don't know how to get in there, if I'm honest. And you can't use the Star for Traveling to get out. So I could like try and fly down there, but we're not going to. This is where we're going to put the bees, the slimy bees. So 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you could fling them at them. Oh, I threw the other one. We've only got 2 right there. That's fine. And I'll tell you for why. We can capture those bees right now. We only need 1 for the ether gas, and we only need 1 for the pink slime. So there we go. We are going to convert this, as I said, afterwards. But for now, I just wanted to grab those. And what we are going to do is we're going to make a wither. We're going to use a stasis chamber. Just the one. I'm going to pop it like right in the middle there. I'm not going to activate it just yet. I'm not going to put power into it. But this is how big the activation range is on the stasis chamber. We can put a wither in there, easy enough. And right on top is where we're going to put our fluid laser base. And we're also going to use our lasers. We've only got 8. We don't need too much of this, if I'm honest. So, yeah, it's not too bad. If I do ether gas. How'd you make this again? Is it just a bucket? Okay, so we need basically a bucket. And then we need to amber encase this. And I have a plan for that. I have an actual plan for that. So, yeah. First things first, let's get some cobble. Just so I can do some building right here. So we need this to basically be about there. Is that right in the middle? It looks like it. Stick that one there. And then we can just do these around the edge. Like that. Power these. So I'm going to use my flux points. Luxy points. Right there. 2 of those. 1, 2. And then get some cables. 1, 2. 1 and 2. And then that's going to be pulling from there. And if we have a look at ether gas again, one more time, probably should have bookmarked this. There you go. The way you get it is you need to be between -64 and 256. It needs to be in any dimension. Doesn't matter. As long as there's a wither underneath it. Over a wither. And we need a purple laser lens. Now, we've already got a blue laser lens. So what we can do is we just dye the blue one into a purple one. Stick the purple laser lens in like that. 5 is fine. We can use add-ons. Now, I did automate all of the add-ons. Right, not all the way up, but I've automated a bunch of add-ons. So we're going to do 8. Oh, yeah, because that one requires pink slime. Okay. All right. In that case, we'll just use the regular add-ons. There's no faffing about, is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And then I think you can put it in the middle. You can't. Okay. You can put the rest in like this. And then we could do these ones as well. And that should be exactly what we're looking for right there. Now, the final thing to do is put a flux point onto the stasis chamber and then build a wither. So let's get a couple of bits of soul sand and get a couple of wither skeleton skulls. And I can just pop this in. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are being charged. Perfect. There we go. And you can see right there, the wither is getting us some ether gas. Right, this might have been a stupid idea. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to get rid of all of those. And if the bee goes in there, we can always get him back out, can't we? With a bee cage. So we can grab him with a bee cage. If he ends up becoming... He's not quite there, though, is he? You are moving. That's very disconcerting. Right, that was a bit of a failed experiment right there. Me trying to get the thingy to work right there with the wither to get it ambered. It's all good. We can probably do that another time. And I'll do some amber bees later on. I'm going to go full on bees. I do love doing bees. But anyway, this one, I put a pink slimy bee. We've got a distributor module, which is pulling from this one and this one over here. You can set that. Pull it into, like that. Pull into the router. And then we've got our sender module Mark III. And what this is doing, if we pop back out, by the way, that's pulling from over here as well. I've moved my soul lava bees in here, because why not? If I do this. Oh, yeah, and I put the tank. I put a an ender tank on top right there. So if we do ether... Yes, we've got 15 now. Not doing it with bees, but I mean, you know, what can you do, eh? We want to get loads and loads of pink slime, but we don't really care about liquid meat. Perfect. And then over here, we've got ether gas. So what I can do is now I can say with the builder, I think we can make one of these at least. Says we've got enough stuff. Can we make 19 of these? I don't think we can. Right. Oh, we can. No way. You only need 2 point... Okay. Now, I will say that for the ether gas... So, this, if you notice, and this stuff... You do need quite a lot of ether gas later on if you want to do... Well, first off, for a bunch of the add-ons, you need quite a bit of... There goes 7,000 right there for that add-on. And that one's 8,000. So there's our wither builders. Love it. But you can use this in the hydroponic beds. And it's really good for that. So it would be really good to get a really decent supply of ether gas. So that's why I say... Go for the bee because, well, you can already see we got 120 buckets of pink slime and we had like 8 before. So that was really good. What else? Yeah, soul lava bees, they're going up as well. Anyway, that's the wither stuff. Player interface. Now, I haven't done anything with actually additions yet. It's one of those mods that I remember playing with back in the day, but I haven't played with in a very long time. So, empowered crystal. Let's just get like... You know, a ton of those right there. So if I remember correctly, you need... Oh, you need to do the empowerment stuff. Ooh, okay. I'm proper interested in doing this. Now, if I remember correctly, you need the atomic reconstructor. Yeah. I might have to automate the atomic reconstructor, which would be kind of a fun thing to do, in my opinion. So there's actually a relatively easy way to do this, I think. Now, the plan is... We're going to make one of these atomic reconstructors. I'm going to do that now. This thing is really cool, by the way. You can do like loads of stuff with it. I swear I made one of these already, though. Atomic. I already had one. Excellent. So, where do we do this? We could do this over... I mean, over here, because no AE over there, though, is there? I mean, there's not really any AE over here either, but we could do it over here. Yeah, and why not? Ooh, I've got an idea for this, where you drop something down. We might have to move it over a bit, but you drop something down and then you use like a redstone clock. All right, don't judge. I did something really stupid here, but it kind of works. So is it that stupid? Who knows? But anyway, if we get a glass block right here, the plan is we are going to... You know what? I need a placement block as well for this. I could technically just click it on like that. There you go. So, let's say we've got a stack of redstone. Redstone. I'm actually going to get some stack upgrades as well. Stack upgrades. So, that is 64. Now, stick the stack upgrades in. That means that... I didn't mean to do 64. I mean, it will do 64 of them. Anyway, if I chuck this whole thing of redstone in, I don't think it does all of them at once. Never mind, it does. Okay. So, did you see... It does do all of them at once. That's really annoying. I didn't realize it would do that. Because all I needed to do there was, like, stick it on there. But let's say it's taking its time picking up all of the redstone crystals and you're chucking other stuff in there. Right? So, like, I don't know, lapis, for example. I think lapis is a thing. If we do lapis, drops it down. There you go. Do you see that? It zapped it, and then it will continue zapping it. Now, I'll show you what happens here. When that gets pressed, it does a redstone signal. I've got a NOT gate right there, which basically means it's like an inverter. So if this is off, that means this is on, which is basically using a redstone signal on the utilitarian clock, and then like that. But as we just saw, well, I could have just put this back the way it was, and then it would do redstone pulse, and it would do all of them at once. The problem I see with that, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's do this. Redstone. Yeah, this is smart. This, well, you know, ish. If we do both of them at the same time, like that, that's still there. Okay, I have to pick those up. You know what? I could show you just by doing this. So, I'll give you an example. If I've got like a stack of redstone and I've got a stack of diamonds, because we need both of those, don't we? And I drop them both on there at the same time. So if I do stack of redstone, it will do all of the... Oh, and it flipping fell off. All right, let's pretend like it's on there right now. So if I chuck all of those back down like that, right? So before it's been picked up, we chuck some more diamonds on there. It's not going to do the diamonds. Whereas, if we do the same thing over here, and we pop it down like that, And, you know, all of the redstone crystals are there. And the diamonds go down. There you go. The diamonds also get converted. I don't know. This is just over-engineered, but I like it. Right, here we go. This might do the job now. If I chuck that one back in. Yep, looks like it's going to do all of the empowered stuff. If I do, like, crystal. And I want to do, like, I don't know, 100 in Ori. And that should send 100 to this. There you go. All 100 got picked up by this. I did have to put the filter in on this thing, to be fair. But seems to work. Good stuff. Now, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use it right here. I might snake the cable underneath or something, but... no, we can do it over here. It's all good. Yeah, so we're going to use this for the empowerer. Right, we're going to do this recipe right here, which is going to be 2 clay balls, a clay, and a light blue. Light blue. We could do that. So we can put 1 light blue in like that. Clay. Have we not got loads of clay? We should have like a ton of clay. It's just mud in the end, isn't it? And then 1 and 2. I don't think these need to be in order. Put that one there. And then stick that one in the middle. And are you going to go? Or do you need redstone signal? Lever. Or lever. However you say it. No? Oh, decent. They actually, they keep their inventories. I like that. So if I do this, this, and this, and then is that another... how the heck does this work then? I swear I did this recently, and I can't remember what I did. Did I do that wrong? Yes, I did, because that one there needs to actually be clay. Oh, it's doing it. There you go. That'll be why. I thought it was going mad then. Okay, this is how I've set it up. So we've got the display stands right here. We've got the empowerer in the middle. The display stands are basically the injectors over there. You even have to put power into the display stands. The core is the empowerer in the middle. Can't say that, empowerer. We've got the pattern provider, which we can use as the interface. The pattern provider will go into the barrel. The barrel can be the chest. And then we've got the cube as well. So if I pull those out, we can do cube, which is that one. Push that one back in. Injectors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push that one back in. These should start getting power. Unless I've done... is there a point? I need to check this. From the bottom side. Haha, I need to do each. Like that. Done. Are you actually going to output power from this? I don't know if how that works right now, but it doesn't matter. What's the next part? Chest. Goes right there. Interface. We can say that the pattern provider is the interface because it will go back in there. Because I need to do the power stuff, don't I? Because I forgot I did that. And then core is going to be right there. And then I do this weird thing where I specify all the things I want to be powered. And if I do that, you should have lots of power in you. Perfect. Nice. So if we were to say, let's do a recipe for that one right there. And we pop that in like that. And then we tell it, well, I actually also need the other recipe, which is for this one. So let me go do that real quick. I'll pop it over here. Can we now do empowered? Empowered. One of those empowered diamantine things. Hey, it's doing it straight away. Let's just make sure that when this is done, it'll pull it out and put it into the system again. Hey, it's done it, but it's not pulling it out. Why are you not pulling that out? Chest 0 goes into that. Where's the thing that pulls it out? Oh, did I not call this the interface? I swear I did call it the interface, didn't I? I did. You should be pulling from there. Unless that's not how it's supposed to work. Input from... Can I just do input from core? There you go. Yeah. It's because that one's got slots over there. Whereas this one doesn't have slots. It just pulls straight in. Cool. Okay. We've got a way to do the empowerer now then. That's really good. So we do need some of this empowered canola right here. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to bookmark all of the empowered stuff. I might do all of the blocks as well. Is there a decent way of farming the canola right here? I don't think there is. So if we do that and we put that one on top, it says it's working. We can plant stuff here, such as canola. And the boosted is going to help it grow. And there you go. Are you going to get us more canola, though? Canola. We got one in there right now. I think that did give us a bit more, didn't it? It gets you a bit of canola, doesn't it? Can you convert these? Oh, you can. This is so stupid. Look at it. It's pulling the bone meal from over there. And it's just using it directly on this. I should probably put a... Just put a lever on this. Just like this. And then I'll say only work when redstone low. And then that way, you know, we can give it a break and not have to go through all of our... We've got such little bone meal right there that I feel like we shouldn't go through that much. Right, final thing left to do, I think, for today's episode is... I'm going to make a couple more recipes right there. And then we can make ourselves the recipe for the player interface. Those are the empowered ones as well. So it actually worked out quite well for us. Because we made all of the empowered stuff. Player interface. Things where we can just do it. I'm going to make 19 of them. Now, this is what I was... This is what I was worried about. I probably should have set this to locking mode like that. Otherwise, it was going to have a fit. 19. Go. And it should just do one at a time. Yeah, should send one at a time. And there you go. All we need is with the predictions and the dies, which we could easily make. So there it is. Right, I am going to call it here, I think, for today. We've made some progress towards the ATM Star. And we made a very stupid setup over here. It would work just as well if I'd have just put the stack upgrade in there, as it were. So this is pushing into the chest, and then this is pulling from the chest and dropping it down. That's how that works right there, if you didn't know that already. Anyway, I'm going to call it here for today. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.